Just a minute. Oh, man.
Hey guys, Greg Hudson here, host of America's Best Restaurants, and we are back in the Sunshine State in Melbourne, Florida, in the heart of Suntree. We're at a place called Times Square Diner, but I need you to do me a favor. Don't let the word diner fool you, because the owners, Saul and Hernando, are serving up dishes here that are worthy of a 4 to 5 star restaurant. We're doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner today, but in an upscale fashion, and I heard there might even be a little bonus footage at the end. So coming in, let's check out Times Square Diner. And actually, Saul's right here. Let's get ready for breakfast. Hey, Saul, so good to see you.
Good seeing you.
See, this is what I like. You show up and there's a beautiful plate of food. And a lovely owner sitting here right next to me. This is incredible.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, first of all.
Oh, I'm so excited that you guys were able to come today.
Can I tell you that when I looked at the menu before we were arriving here, I'm checking out this menu, right? And my goodness, the word diner does not do this justice whatsoever.
That's what we want.
Your husband, Chef Hernando, incredible, this guy. Wait until you meet this guy a little bit later. But what is this? First of all, this is massive. This is breakfast? Brunch?
It is. It's breakfast. And this is a Deli Benedict. It's one of our favorites here. I mean, we have a potato latke. It's like a potato cake.
Love those.
And that egg Benedict is on a rye. It's just delicious. Just delicious.
There's only one way to find out. It looks great. You eat with your eyes first, but if you don't mind, I mean, let's dig in a little bit.
Let's.
So as I'm researching, I'm looking up Times Square Diner. You guys are doing a lot from scratch.
Everything is done from scratch. Everything. Our hollandaise sauce, I mean, those potato latkes, everything is made here from scratch.
Beautiful. This is so huge. You know what I feel like right now? I feel like I'm on like the island of the Great Gatsby. I mean, Gatsby are having brunch right now. We have this beautiful plate of brunch with the hollandaise sauce.
Yeah.
I love a good Benedict. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. Whose creation is this?
Hernando and Chef Jeffrey. I mean, every Sunday, this is like one of the most popular breakfasts. It's just amazing. Wait till you try it.
Oh, let's go. Okay, so we've obviously have the poached egg.
You have the poached egg.
The rye, you said we're using some rye?
Yeah, rye.
What's underneath it? What's this? Oh, that.
Yes.
Is that
bacon?
Oh my goodness. See, this is a runny poached egg.
A runny poached egg.
It's everything.
It's everything.
I feel so fancy right now, Soul. I feel so fancy. This is gorgeous. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
Oh, do you see this? See that? The drippy runny egg. You getting that? You getting that? Look at that. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. It's one of life's simple pleasures, the runny egg of a poached egg. Come on.
Delicious.
Oh my gosh. This is incredible. And the fact that this is just in this area, you can come up, you live in the neighborhood, and you can get this for breakfast anytime.
And the ambiance is just...
Oh, I love it. The jazz player, the ambiance, the bossa nova, it's gorgeous.
Did you try that latke? It's just...
I haven't yet.
It's delicious.
And I know we're going to try a few dishes today, but how do you take a place like this in a diner and elevate it to this level? I'm not kidding. This is stuff that belongs in a fancy restaurant where you feel like you have to dress up. And I feel like I should have a bow tie on right now. How did the concept come about where you're like, hey, you know what? We are going to do things at an entirely different level than people expect?
Well, and that's just it. We are hidden back here, but at the same time, you know, we want to be a little exclusive. And that's what makes us a little bit different. I mean, that's what the community wants. They don't want the same thing that every diner has. You know, we decided to make it a little bit more upscale, you know, so you do feel like you can either dress up or dress down.
And I think that's what I'm really feeling here and what I really enjoy. Listen, I'm a laid back kind of guy. You know, I like my cardigans, I like my t-shirts, but I'm a big food guy. And I want to come have food like this, but I don't want to have to put on a sport coat to go have it. And I love that you're offering that in this environment.
Oh yeah, and that's what we're big on.
Man, this is great. Okay, I'm gonna try that Lucky here in just a second.
That Lucky is so good. Mm-hmm. Mm.
And I know when you think of a Benedict, right? You think of a traditional, you know, the English muffin, you think of the poached egg, but I love that you're bringing a taste of New York with the rye bread. You get the corned beef hash in there. So you're kind of combining that refined elegance.
Oh, yeah.
But listen, you know, we're on the coast of Florida here. You get a lot of snowbirds that come down from New York that want a taste of home, and the way that you're offering that, but at such an incredible level, is because nobody does that. Nobody does a Benedict on rye bread like this.
No, and that hash, that corned beef hash is just...
It's nuts. Okay,
It's
we've been
exquisite.
talking about the latke.
Try it.
So it's, if you're not familiar, latke is almost like a kind of a potato pancake. Are you guys doing this in-house as well?
Oh, yeah. Everything is done in-house.
Look at this thing. You know what I'm going to do too? I'm going to take this potato latke, I'm going to sop up some of that
Yes.
yolk. Sop that up.
So good.
Man.
So good.
So have you always been a big foodie? Because the way you and your husband are putting these menus together, clearly there's some refinement there. Has this always been a passion for you?
It's always been a passion. I've traveled all over Europe and all over the US, and I mean, we like to gather little bits and pieces from all these different places, and we put them together, which makes it exclusive.
I can tell. And that latke, what is in that? That's not just potato.
Oh, no, that is potato. You have onions in there. I mean, it's just a little bit of that seasoning that we use. It's like special. It's that German seasoning. I mean, it's delicious.
That's what I'm tasting.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it is. The German seasoning, because you get a taste of that German flavor, and you can tell that you guys, you can tell you guys are well traveled. And what I love too is everything is so balanced. I'll be really honest with you. If I didn't know any better, and you told me that I was gonna go have a Benedict and it was gonna have rye bread and corned beef hash, but it's a Benedict, I might curl back a little bit. In most cases, this is incredible, but this potato latke.
Oh yeah, and you know, we serve it with a little bit of sour cream, which makes it even more heavenly.
Really decadent, I imagine, because this is already very rich.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very rich.
You know, the sour cream gives it another little special taste, but you know, trying to cut down the calories.
I appreciate that, because apparently, I appreciate it because we have a lot going on today, right? What else are we going to be trying today?
Oh, we're going to be trying our lunch, one of our lunch specials. It's a Carnegie. It's called a Carnegie brisket.
Again, bringing that New York flavor
man, that brisket
down to Florida.
It's amazing. That brisket is marinated for a few hours, and then it's cooked like for 3.5 hours. I mean, it's wait till you taste it. You're gonna love it.
Gosh. Well, here's what I want to do. Well, first of all, I want to take a few more bites of this. I need to meet Chef Hernando, your husband.
Yes, you do.
This guy, from what I've seen, is an absolute character.
He is. His passion is food, food, food. I don't know how he doesn't gain weight. I gained the weight. He doesn't.
I don't blame you, man. Well, first of all, you look fantastic. Let's be honest. But I mean, some of the food he's putting out is next level. So how about this? I'm gonna take a couple more bites. Do you think Chef would mind if maybe I snuck back in the kitchen and watched him put together?
Oh, he would love that.
Really?
Oh, he would love it.
All right. Well, you know me. I gotta have one more bite, and then after this, Chef Hernando. Everything I've seen, this guy's a character. I can't wait. He probably keeps you entertained pretty easily.
He does.
One more bite. Here we go. Just for fun.
Yum. That corned beef hash.
All right. I'm going to try not to take another bite.
We have more food, remember?
I know we do. I know.
We have so much.
So, Greg, stop eating. Into the kitchen. We're going to meet Chef Hernando. We're going to try the sandwich, but then There's a dish. We're going breakfast, lunch, dinner today, right?
Yes.
That's the plan
Oh, yeah.
for us.
Oh, yeah. That's the plan. Wait till you. Oh.
So we got the breakfast here. We're gonna go grab the lunch and talk to chef, and then I don't want to mess this up. I heard for dinner there's something pretty exquisite that we're gonna have it almost doesn't make sense. So confirm it for me. What are we having?
Oh man, we're having our classic prime rib. And that is heavenly. Then we have a lobster tail that is just to die for. All our seafood is fresh.
Get out of here.
Everything is fresh. Everything that we serve is top notch. So as you have already noticed.
My goodness. Well, as you can see, today's not work, folks. You're watching the episode. I'm just having fun, basically. You're watching me have fun. You're not watching me work. What other diner are you going to go to where you're getting a breakfast like this, and then for dinner, you're going to have a prime rib and a lobster tail at a diner? Only at Times Square. I'll see you in the kitchen with the chef. All right, breakfast is over. We're back in the kitchen now with the chefs, Chef Jeff, Chef Fernando, and we're gonna go into the Carnegie brisket sandwich, but we're not just gonna plate it and eat it. No, Chef decided he's gonna take us step by step through the entire process from the piece of brisket until it gets on your plate. Man, it is a labor of love. Chef, I'll turn it over to you, man. Let's go.
This is the brisket meat, and then it's fresh meat. This is the seasoning I put in. I put a brown sugar, I put a ketchup, and then I put a soy sauce. And then you cover, very important, and then you cook for at least 3 hours in the oven for 350 degrees in the oven. Making sure the brown sugar is covered for the meat, everything, and then you cover everything meat before you put it in the oven.
So you get a nice spread. You want to make sure every single piece of that is covered.
Yep.
And now we're adding some onion in there, huh?
Yep.
Is the onion going to add a little flavor to it or texture? What are you looking for with the onion?
The onions is good flavor.
Good flavor.
For the meat, yeah. And then the ingredient for the ketchup and brown sugar is looking for sweet and soy sauce. It's salty and sweet.
So it helps balance, because you're right, like the soy sauce, you're gonna get that saltiness from the soy, but then that ketchup brown sugar gives it a little bit of that sweetness, and the onion's gonna impart a little flavor too.
It's very important for the flavor, yep.
And you just kind of rough chop the onion in there? It doesn't matter how you kind of put the onion, is that okay?
Yeah, whatever, red onion or white onion. I like a white onion. White onions is good. I like that flavor for the white onions.
Gotcha. And so after this, we're ready to go in the oven?
Yeah, I put in the oven for 3 hours and a half for that 350 degrees.
Beautiful. It is done. The Carnegie brisket sandwich is ready, and big thank you to Chef Jeff back there, and then of course Chef Fernando. This is massive. I mean,
It's a heavy plate.
what a sandwich, man! And so let's try this together. You go ahead. Which one you want?
Take it that one?
You take that one?
Yeah.
I'll grab this one. They're both massive. Look at this. By the way, this is one sandwich. Let me remind you, this isn't two sandwiches on the plate. This is one
This
sandwich.
is one sandwich. This is the portion for the lunch.
The lunch portion for one person. All right, chef, here we go. Just a minute. Oh, man.
You see the flavor? I told you before, it's salty and sweet
That is incredible.
combination.
It's
the
right.
flavor, yeah.
I love the sweetness in there.
And then I serve it for the pasta salad and coleslaw.
Yep, pasta salad, coleslaw.
And then it's very good combination for the sweet and the lunch side for the
Yeah, because you know
dishes.
what? This is a very rich sandwich. So I think you're going to get a nice balance of flavor with that slaw, because it's going to give you some texture, some crispiness, and also it'll brighten up the sandwich.
Absolutely.
Because this is so rich. It's so incredible because it seems like you just put a few things in there, but they're so well thought out that it just marries into this beautiful flavor.
Absolutely.
And you're obviously great at what you do. A lot of recipes sometimes have a ton of ingredients in them. You took something with just a few ingredients and you're coming up with a flavor that tastes like it's got 50 different ingredients in it.
Yeah, but when you cook the meat, you don't put a lot of ingredients because you change the flavor for the meat.
Ah.
When you cook the meat, try to not put a lot of flavor. Easy, exactly whatever you're looking for. And that dishes, I'm looking for flavor for sweet and salty combination. And then this is why you don't put a lot of condiment, because you change the flavor for the real flavor for the meat.
It'll change the flavor profile of that meat, but here's just a couple simple ingredients, but they all work well. Simple. They work together to create this. And can I tell you something else? And I'm gonna tell you guys this. Do you know what a secret weapon of this is? That bread.
The bread is
homemade bread.
Yeah.
It's so tender. But it holds together, it holds up. But it doesn't overpower the sandwich.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hold on, I need another bite.
I know the pieces.
Chef, that bread's incredible. And I'll tell you at home, with a sandwich like this, it's that rich and decadent, but also has that much sauce on it. A lot of times you get two options with bread a lot of the times. Either bread is very thick and heavy and all you taste is the bread, or it's a thin bread, but then the sandwich falls apart.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You have a balance here.
Yeah.
You have a bread that is soft and tender, but it holds up to the sandwich.
Absolutely.
That is so unique for a sandwich like this, man. You're doing this in-house too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Chef.
It's I like it like that. If the people like.
He says I like it like. Chef,
Yeah.
can I tell you a secret?
Later.
Everybody likes it like that, man. Not just you. What you're doing is something everybody loves.
Thank you very much, man. Thank
Now-
you. Eat all of one. Eat all of one. This is exactly what
I can't eat the other one, man. We got like a dinner because we're doing breakfast, lunch, dinner. We got a big dinner coming, and I've been mentioning it a couple times. So how about this? I'm gonna take another bite. Tell the folks at home what we're gonna be having for dinner and how you prepare it.
I make a dinner for the prime rib with lobster, and then making sure try it because I know I like it.
I'll tell you what. Anything that this man says he likes, I'm eating. I don't care. Well, you can give me a leather shoe with sauce on it, and if you say you like it, I'm eating it. That's all I know. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna make some room in here. Then I'm gonna let you do what you do. I'm gonna sit out there, and I can't wait to see this prime rib and lobster, brother.
Absolutely.
I'll say, all right, I'm gonna head out. Thank you again, Chef.
Thank you, man.
Welcome back. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's what we're doing today at Times Square Diner. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to just take in what you see in front of Sol and I right now. Do you see this? Take a look. I'm gonna give you a second. This is the prime rib and lobster tail made by Chef Sol. What in the heck is going on here?
Damn, that looks good, doesn't it?
And when the owner says, damn, that looks good, doesn't it? You see this every day and you're still saying that.
And it's still so good. You have a nice prime cut of your prime rib.
And cooked to perfection. I mean, we'll show in a second, but I can see just perfect, like medium rare in the middle right there. You're gonna see it in just momentarily.
The vegetables are all fresh, the lobster.
So with this lobster, there's a red color on the outside. Is that a sauce? Is it a marinade? What are we looking at on the outside?
It's a marinade. It's their special marinade that they use, but it is seasoned to perfection. You know, seafood could be sort of like fishy.
Yeah.
No. Our lobster is not fishy.
No.
It is just, I can't even describe it because it's so good.
I guess that means, Sol, that we are gonna have to taste it.
Yep.
What a shame.
Yep.
It's tough to be us right now.
Yep.
Well, where do we start? Where do you want to start with this thing? 'Cause we got a lot to get through here.
I know. Well, you know
what do you think?
Let's start with a prime rib.
Prime rib, okay. And is this like a demi-glace on top? What are we looking at?
It is a demi-glace there.
I'll move this lobster to, oh my God.
That lobster is dangerous.
It comes It comes with just a cup of butter,
Oh yeah.
which I love.
Well, you know that butter, and that is your real
Clarified butter. Oh yeah, it's real
Yes.
clarified. I mean, I can tell.
You can. It is delicious.
Okay. We're gonna should we like Lady and the Tramp this thing? Like you start there, then I'll start this
Yes.
kind of deal. I mean,
Yes.
it's massive enough. It's the size of a giant brick.
Yes.
But here's what I want you guys to see. I'm gonna cut into this, and Chef Hernando has done something very, very special.
Oh yeah.
Slice it up, because I want you to see this. Right.
You know what? I didn't get you a steak knife, but
It doesn't. That's what's amazing. It doesn't need a steak knife.
It doesn't even
so
need a steak
That's
knife.
how you know you get a good prime rib. When I'm just
Yeah.
using a butter knife. This is for butter,
yeah.
folks. Butter.
Yeah.
I'm cutting a prime rib with it. But that,
This is-
the cook on that,
Look at the cook. It's amazing.
just that pink right there,
It's.
that's what you want with a prime rib.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Told you.
I forgot we're doing a show here for a second. I was sorry. I was in my own world. If I disappeared for a moment, that's my fault. That's incredible. Oh my
The
gosh.
seasoning.
Well, that's it. What I love about this too is I don't know how chefs doing this. With a cut this size, right, and a cut this thick, to be able to get that seasoning all the way through to the middle is very
It's
difficult
Very
to do.
difficult.
Normally what you're gonna do, right, you're gonna get a prime rib and you're gonna see that color on the outside, and that's where that seasoning is, and you're gonna taste that when you take that bite.
Yeah. No, not this one.
Intentionally, I took a bite like this just a second ago. This beautiful rare. Inside here, you still get the flavor of the
Moist.
outside, the rub, and the seasoning all the way through.
It's delicious.
Incredibly, incredibly difficult to do. Like the difficulty scale on that, guys,
Oh.
no joke.
No joke.
Oh,
Delicious. Even the vegetables are delicious.
well, I like them because they make me feel better about myself, but there's green on my plate.
Me too.
So, okay, just for, so I feel better. Here. There you go. I ate a vegetable. Happy? There you go, Mom. No, but what I love too, especially about prime rib when done properly as this is, I like when you get that combination of that lean meat, but then you get that pop of fat from a little bit of fat marbling in there, and I just got a bite of that. And what happens is, when it's cooked, again, gotta be cooked perfectly, that fat just kind of dissolves, and it dissolves into that lean meat, and that's what you get. Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
Told you.
I know why you married that man.
Mhm.
My
He
goodness.
can cook.
A little bit.
He can cook.
A little bit. See, and this is what I'm talking about. So this one, I've got some of that outside with the rub on it, a little bit of fat and a little bit of lean. And all, that's ridiculous.
Delicious.
And this, I mean, you know, we saw Chef in the back putting this together. And everything he does is a labor of love.
It
The fact
is.
that he's making his own bread for that brisket sandwich, just incredible.
a
I mean,
passion.
it is. It is. Everything's a passion with him. So, the way that he's doing this, man, he needs to be given lessons.
Yeah. So,
So-
good.
I think that's staring us in the face, though.
It sure is. Let's dig in.
Okay, I'm a big sucker for lobster. I'm gonna cut this right down the middle in half for
Yes,
us,
please.
and then we're gonna go to town on this. Look at the size of this thing.
Do you think it's big enough there?
Jeez. Are you kidding me right now?
I think the camera guy is like, how come I'm not
Oh,
tasting this?
yeah, my field producer, Austin.
Uh-huh.
What a good brother. Man,
he's enjoying this.
No, I think he's got a shellfish allergy. I'm pretty sure. No, you don't. No. Well, anyway, back to the show. Right down the middle.
Doesn't that look
Oh
amazing?
my gosh, just incredible.
It's fresh.
It is. There you go. For you, for me. This is my favorite part, though. The clarified butter that comes in
Oh,
a.
yeah.
It comes in a chalice.
Yeah.
So I've never had a chalice of butter before, but today we're having a chalice of butter. It
Oh,
only
yeah.
feels right when you are at the Times Square Diner.
Oh yeah. No
Okay,
butter
there we
for
go.
me. I'm trying.
No butter for you?
No
Are
butter
you
for
serious? I take my left to like soak it in. But here's what I want to do though, because we
But
talked
try
about.
it without the butter first.
read my
and then,
mind.
Yeah.
You
Try
read
it
my
without,
mind.
and you're gonna say, "Damn, this doesn't need any butter."
I'm curious about this is it a marinade you
It's a
said?
marinade.
I'm curious about that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's more like an adobo. Taste it.
It sure is. Wow. And I got to give Chef another compliment on that. And here's why. Lobster, very, very delicate shellfish. And
Very.
you could look at something like that with that sort of marinade and it could overpower a shellfish because it is so like scallops and oftentimes shrimp, especially lobster though, is very delicate. It'll take on flavor. You can overpower it and then you kill the flavor of the lobster.
This is on point.
Yeah, it just adds to that flavor. It doesn't overpower the flavor of the lobster. Can you, what kind of marinade is that?
It's an adobo that they make here as well.
Of course they do.
And
I'm pretty sure that you guys made this for.
I'm gonna tell you a little secret, okay?
We're here for it.
The fish heads, they make a broth.
Oh, that's
a little secret. Don't tell the chef I told you that.
no, but I get it now. That you get that.
But
Yeah.
you have to know the exact amount to use because if you use too much, it'll be fishy. Is it fishy?
No.
Not at all.
It's now that you mention sort of making a like almost like a stock. I almost taste like a shrimp head or shrimp shell stock flavor
Yep.
to it. But again, just enough to add flavor, not overpower the lobster itself.
You hit it. The fish head and the shrimp.
I take now that you mention it because I'm thinking there's something in there.
But don't tell them I told you because
I will never
it's a
tell
secret.
Hernando or Chef
You
Jeff.
know,
Okay,
they, Saturday nights it's our special, and I mean you can't go wrong. Saturday nights here. Saturday nights is date night.
oh,
We have
baby.
a lot of people.
So that's what it is because again, you get the seafood flavor to it. And until you mentioned that, I was in my head trying to figure out what it was that added that depth of flavor. But
That's
again,
it.
without overpowering the
It's-
lobster tail.
It's amazing because that's what they do. They get the fish head. Again, everything.
Stock, marinade.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is just incredible.
And then they marinate it for a little bit. That's the key.
It imparts flavor without overpowering.
Yes.
And so this is a big thing for date night, you said?
Oh, it's a big thing for date night. Saturday nights, it's prime rib and lobster night. And people just love it.
I would take myself on a date
Oh, yeah.
every single time for that.
Oh, yeah. It's a big date night.
Well, listen, I know that,
It's even shareable because how big.
well, the prime rib is sure.
Oh.
I don't know if
He's like, no one's
the prime
touching,
rib is
no one's touching my lobster.
You know what I mean?
Well, we shared it.
Well, we did. I'll
We
share it
did.
with you, but that's good. This is your lobster.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me about it.
Yeah.
Well, listen, what an incredible day we've had. And where can people find you online? Because I know that this is a big spot for locals, but I know that part of the charm of this too, and what I think you guys do so well is you cater to people that come down for vacation from the East Coast, from New York or the Midwest, and you do that by adding things to your menu that have that taste of home for people up north, but yet you also get this great lobster tail. So where can people find you online if they're coming through?
Well, they can find us on Facebook, Times Square Diner, and remember Times Square Pizza as well. Very easy to find. And they can find us at www.timessquaredinerinflorida.com.
Beautiful. Well, we want to thank you for having us. We've thoroughly enjoyed today.
Well, I am more than grateful that you guys came. It was an amazing day. You guys are awesome. And I hope that when you guys are around here that you can come and visit us and have a meal with us.
Oh, you kidding me? I'm coming back from vacation. And I can tell you this. If you've watched this entire episode, you now see why Times Square Diner is one of America's best restaurants. We'll see you in the next episode, everybody.
This is Times Square Pizza.
Times Square Pizza now?
Yeah, Times Square Pizza. Coming for I show you how you make a pizza. This is the different pizza and on town and the wings.
You got wings here.
It's very good wings. This is Steve.
Hey, Steve, nice to meet you, brother.
Nice meeting you.
I feel like I'm in like a secret room right now. So I know you got a lot going on back at Times Square Diner.
Back and back, yeah.
So we have a little
Back and forth.
bonus
Yeah.
scene right now. We're gonna hang out with Steve. Apparently he's gonna show us how to make a pizza.
Yeah, everything.
All right, hey,
This is my
listen,
man, okay?
Arnaldo, thank you for everything at the diner today, man. We really appreciate
Come
you.
for Times Square Pizza. Thank you.